And now for a little quickie video. You know, I've been talking about this one house we saw. We saw this house. We saw this house. I'm going to make him a lowball offer. If it works, great. Then you know what? We're going to have to move forward because it was just a fantastic house, dream house kind of a thing. So I got the pre-qualification letter, sent it off to my realtor, make an offer. Here's our lowball offer. And essentially the lowball offer was about as high as I wanted to go, period, for a house. It was denied. They said they had a cash offer of much, much more. Whether they did or not, doesn't matter. It's not happening. So I'm not in any kind of hurry at this point. I don't feel it in my body, my being, to be like, still gotta get a house, still gotta get a house. I don't have it. When I saw that stupid house, oh my God, that's it. This is the, it's like, this is the one. And because of that, I think I'd like to try to make this happen. And to be honest, I was more than curious to start with, because if you remember, I was looking at the one house in Weeki Wachee, right on the crystal clear Weeki Wachee River. It was a foreclosure, a pre-foreclosure, something. I thought maybe I could, because that one was being listed around, foreclosure estimate $400K. And I thought, well, bank owned, they might take less, that kind of thing. But come to find out, Zillow has it listed for some reason. Really shouldn't be listed yet because, it is because it's technically a foreclosure from last year, but it could be another year to 2 years before it's all finalized. So it's really, okay, it's out of the question. Forget that house. But it brought me to the other house that's even closer, and I was like, oh, wow, that's an awesome house, but holy crap, this one is too. But that house, the first one, is what made me say, you know what? I've checked my credit at 2 of the 3 major credit source, agencies. Ain't no foreclosure on my record anymore. I wonder if I can get qualified. I really wonder. But the income we earn off of YouTube, these ads, which again, every time I bring it up, I got to thank you guys. The video ads on these videos, I love you guys. Like, seriously. But over a year ago, I decided put these in my wife's name. Her credit is phenomenal. No foreclosure, nothing on her record. That way, she'll have some kind of income, and maybe we could kind of qualify either jointly or, I just felt like if I could put her on that path, it would help. But then you're not going to be able to afford a whole lot. That's for sure. And not by herself anyway. So anyways, that was my plan. So the guy, the foreclosure specialist, or not, the mortgage guy said, why don't you join both your incomes? Why are you not on it? And I said, well, I kind of explained a little bit what happened. I said, but it's not supposed to be my record anymore. It's supposed to be gone. It should not be under me. He goes, well, it can't hurt to try. You want to go ahead and fill one out yourself, and if it goes through, we can merge you guys together if you want. Otherwise, if it doesn't, we'll just have to look at hers. Well, and I already knew if they just had to look at hers, we weren't going to qualify for any house. But it came back, and he said, everything looks fine. It looks great. So I got a pre-approval letter and all. So I sent that to the realtor. He sent an offer. Again, no, not happening. So again, I'm not in a hurry, because here's the thing. If they would have accepted my offer, I would have been forced into a position right now. And here's what I probably would have had to have done, because they said, well, we need to see, 20, 25K in your bank account for, matured for 60 days before we can really do a final pre-approval, or at least if you just set a closing date out, it has to be past 60 days out so that this money can mature and sit there, so we know it's there. And I thought to myself, okay, well, that means the money has to be there first. Not that in 60 days I can put it there. Thinking Bitcoin, all these things, I can sell a little bit, take the cash, put it in there, sell a little bit of my silver, because I need to do this because it's the dream house. I'm going to make it happen. And the whole time I'm thinking of that, I'm like, I don't want to sell my stuff. For sure not silver. And certainly not Bitcoin. They're just getting started. The party's just getting really started. So as some people may say, it's a blessing in disguise, Jason Nip. Call it what you want. But whatever it is, I'll take it. Because in several months from now, where are these cryptos going to be? How many will I have in my possession, whatever. Where will they have gone at that point? And then maybe if another sweetheart deal, maybe that one house. Hey, I thought you said you had a cash offer that was higher. I noticed you dropped the price again and again. Now you're getting into my territory, and I've got a nice lump sum I can put down on it. Once I bring it down even further, can we make a deal? Maybe that'll happen. Then again, maybe not. Because the other side of me says, like I was telling you the other day, there's a property way north of us Way too long to drive. But and I say that hour and a half, that's about my limit. Especially on the hour and a half thing, let's call it an hour. That's really about as far as I'd want to go. But I would make that trek if I could get the property, got a pool, kids have to have a pool, and if not, we put one in, whatever. Acres, not 1 or 2 acres. I need a few. It'd be nice to have a few to several. Have a nice solar panel array sitting out there on a little structure that I build or whatever. Solar panels are so cheap. Listen to me, I'm going to tell you the best place to buy solar panels in your life, or any and all equipment related to solar. It's a company in Miami, Florida. Of course, if you can't pick them up yourself, you're going to have to pay freight, but whatever. You can buy pallets of them. They have panels anywhere from like 20 cents to 50 cents a watt. When I first started buying my panels, way back in like '08, I think, and I've got 8 of them total now. I actually had 10 more. And my current boss, asked, you're renting and stuff, you're not using those. You want to sell those ones, the new ones that we all got? Because he bought some too at the same time. I said, yeah, man, no problem. I gave him a nice little deal. But I remember one of the days of like $2 a watt was a decent deal. $2 a watt. 200 watt panel, ooh, 2 times, that's $400. So nowadays, 20 cents a watt? Whoa, like super deals. Well, this company, this website is sunelec.com, SUNELEC, Sunelec, like Sun Electronics, Sunelec. I'm telling you, unbelievable deals. So that's the other part of me that says, man, I want to get going. Life is good right now. The cryptos are good. My job is good. Everything's good, but I'm renting. I want to be in a house. I want to be messing with stuff. I want to put up my panels. I want to show you guys some of the stuff I've got going at my house. And here's my solar array. If this power goes down, this is what I got over here. A little bit of mini prepper in all of us. But I can't do that on a freaking 2-story house with 1/10 of an acre, no backyard. HOA, can't do that. Can't put that there. Can I use these rubber? Can I put the little rubber, orange-looking or red mulch thing, but they're actually rubber, meant to look like mulch, recycling? No, it's got to be the real thing. Okay, but the real thing is full of termites. You spray, or you can get the kind that has the spray already embedded inside the damn stuff. That lasts a little while till it rains a bit, and then they come back. Termites all over the place. HOA, you would rather not have a piece of rubber that looks exactly like mulch, and it will keep its shine and luster for God knows how long? Nope, we'd like you to have that crap in your yard and bugs and everything that goes with it, and then take it out, throw it away, whatever, haul it off, get some new ones once a year, because if it doesn't stay red, we're going to send you a letter. Doesn't look good, it looks old. Can you, that one, who the hell needs this? And the whole riffraff thing, when you have acres to yourself, when you have acres of land to yourself, sure, there could be a little riffraff, if you will, around the neighborhood. But they're not 8 feet away from you. If they got a little dirt bike and they're riding their acres motorcycle, they're not riding it on the sidewalk 10 feet away from your house. Like riffraff does. Speaking of which, the other day, I'm like, did he get a new motorcycle, one of these little mini bikes? Did he get a new one? Or did he take the muffler off the old one? Because it is so effing loud. I'm now getting pissed off. It was so loud. Couldn't watch TV at all. That's it. Kept my cool though. Gotta be neighborly. Walk outside. He's on there screwing around up and down the street. I just flag him down. He comes up. By the way, they're Cuban. I wasn't sure what type of, I knew they spoke Spanish. They were Spanish people. I wasn't sure. Is this Puerto Rican? Is it Cuban? I don't know. Saw the little thing hanging down from their mirror. Sign number 1. It's either Cuban or Puerto Rican. But I saw it said Cuban. Got it. Okay. Just curious. But I said, listen, the motorcycle's so loud. It's so loud. I can't hear anything inside my house. TV's on. It's too. Okay, Saudi, sir. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just I just can't hear. I said, by the way, you got to be careful in the neighborhood because that's so loud. People are going to call and complain. You're going to get a letter in the mail, and if you get too many letters, you could get kicked out of here. You don't want that. Okay, Saudi. So I've already contacted the HOA to ask about it, and I don't know if anyone else has complained or whatever, but allegedly they've already gotten a letter or two, from what I heard, and still wrote it. So I thought, should I email HOA? Hey, they're disregarding your authority. You know, respect your authority. Anyways, nobody wants to deal with that crap. And if you had acres of land, people ride motorcycles around you, it's not going to be like they're 10 feet from your house. You might hear it. Sure, you might hear it, but it's not loud. Like, I can't hear my freaking TV. And I thought to myself, God help anybody who has a motorcycle like that so loud that I can't hear myself think, and it's time for me to do a video, and I'm in the middle of a video, and I hear, oh, hell no. My subscribers ain't going to play that. So, anyways, kind of poking around housing, not in a hurry whatsoever. Be honest with you, I kind of hope nothing comes up. I don't want to see anything beautiful anymore. Let the cryptos go up. Let the silver explode like my last videos. Manipulation, CFTC, they've agreed. Yep, there's been manipulation. We're going to go after this guy. It causes the big banksters just to lay back off of it. Prices explode. Next thing I know, I'm out here doing videos. Guys, girls, we waited all these years. It's finally over. Silver prices and gold prices are going way up. This is a beautiful thing. By the way, did you see the cryptos today? They're absolutely out of control. They're now $5,000. You know, some kind of video like that. As in 5,000 for like Bitcoin. You know, Ethereum's like 350, 400. Oh, guys, this is great. You know, one of those days. I think those days are right around the corner. Maybe not necessarily for silver yet. We got to see how that goes. But definitely for the cryptos. Definitely for the cryptos. And I was recently waiting for a specific pullback on Ripple. I was about to make a play, and I had to sit on the sidelines for a second. And it never panned out, so I didn't make the play. Got all my, still got all my Bitcoins and Ethereum and all that stuff. Back, I'm in the market. But I also have a tool that I don't know if I'm allowed to speak about that does automatic trading for you. You fund it with Bitcoin, and it makes trades all day long, very small trades all day long. And I put a few Bitcoin over there. And if this thing can build up the amount of because it's only Bitcoin, it'll trade Ethereum, it'll trade all the major coins. I mean, there's probably 30 or 40 coins it trades, but it doesn't trade it through like US dollars, like you put it in your account. It's simply you fund it with a Bitcoin or 2 or 3 or whatever, and then it takes Bitcoins and basically trades the market via Bitcoin. And it's kind of like autopilot. Haven't tried it long enough to see how it really works. Excuse me, hiccups. But I'm playing with it. And I don't know if I'm going to tell anybody about it yet because, number one, what if it doesn't work out? And old Jason Ford told you about it, and you got in because I got in. And then you end up going down in some Bitcoin instead of going up. I don't want to be responsible for that. Not that I would be, but people will change their mind on you in a heartbeat and hold you responsible when things go down. When they're going up, they love you. You're great. We love you. Hey, you told me to trade. You told me. No, I didn't tell you to do anything. You do what you want to do, right? So maybe if this thing works out, I'll mention it, but I haven't messed with it long enough, and it's kind of like in beta mode. So I don't want to flood the guy with a bunch of people. Hey, sign me up, But if the day comes where they want more people, I'll probably mention it. But at the same time, if it's not going to work for me, and I find out in like 2 weeks from now, I'll let this thing on autopilot for 2 weeks, and you can pick what you want it to trade, basically, Ethereum or Dash or this or that, and you can change it during the day if you want to. If I look in there in 2 weeks and say, well, I started off with, 3 Bitcoin in there, and it still kind of got 3 Bitcoin in there, it ain't doing its job. In 2 weeks, I need to see 3 point something Bitcoin, a decent amount of Bitcoin, as a matter of fact, in my opinion, in 2 weeks. And it's got to be higher than lower, right? We don't want to see lower, but it makes these really small trades all the time, and not huge numbers, not a bunch of these altcoins, just little bits here and there. Like it's almost like it scrapes off. You know how like these high frequency traders are scraping off pennies, and they add up. What these huge numbers are doing. It's not necessarily doing that. It's not a high frequency trading thing, anyways. But it makes these minimal, tiny trades between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% gains on each trade. But again, the trade might be very, very tiny. but it's doing it. You know, I'll refresh the page and it made 5 trades in the last 2 minutes. And I look for the last 3 hours, and there's 40 trades in there, all small, but again, it all adds up. So if anything progresses with that, and the guy decides, yeah, I want more people to come in, go ahead and give the word out. I will. But for now, safest thing for everybody to do, and you're not going to be disappointed, buy and hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. Buy and hold it. Don't day trade it. Don't play any games. Just buy and hold. Again, I like to come out here and tell you the safest things to do. But there's a lot of people who don't care about safety and says, you know what, if you're doing some other things, just let us know about it. Let us make the decision. And I will. So this thing, I will let you know about when the time is right. And if it doesn't work out, I'm going to come out here and tell you it didn't work out for me. Maybe it was the 3 or 4 altcoins I had selected for it to trade. Maybe someone else will say, oh, I used it and I made profit. And again, the profit is simply because you're trading Bitcoin for the altcoins constantly. Oh, this one went down, we'll do a buy order, it went up, do a sell order, constantly. So the name of the game is to keep acquiring Bitcoin. I'd like to say in a month from now, wow, my 3 turned into 4, or my 3 turned into 3.5 even would not be bad, because it's at the current price. So if Bitcoin's now $4,000 and I had 3 Bitcoin earlier, buying and holding means I still got 3 Bitcoin at $4,000 each. But if I'm using this tool and it netted me even a half a Bitcoin in a month's time, I now have 3.5 Bitcoins all at $4,000 price. So this would be a great thing, right? And I'd like to come out here and tell you about it. But the time is not right now. So I'm off. One more video I think I need to do. Take care.